Like I said, I'm not a teacher. I wasn't brought up to be a teacher. I don't even know what teaching is. I teach drawing and painting at Hofstra University. I've been at Hofstra roughly, I would say 23 years probably, something like that, and was granted full-time professorship in 2014. Well, I'm a painter. That's what I do for a living. I think it's always funny when I meet students for the first time. Uh, Sometimes they'll even ask me questions like, "Oh, well, how do I set up this rubric for I'm going into teaching?" I said, "I have no idea. You'll have to go to the School of Education." It's not that I'm being shitty about that. It's just that I find that I'm not a teacher. I didn't go into this is not what I do. I didn't get my education degree. I'm a painter. I have my master's in fine arts from the University of Delaware. Go Blue Hens. And so that's everything to me is painting. That's what influences the projects that I assign. That's what influences how I work with people, because to me, the students, you're all part of the studio environment, and my studio environment can be very chaotic. That's where I think I thrive best, and so I try to. And a lot of times, students I think want that ability to feel at home, and I think they want to feel comfortable painting, and I'm like, no, that's not the way I work. Yeah, that's not right, is it? No, exactly. They gotta be rough and tumble. I love that. I think the first day of class, I always say the same thing. I just want students to be curious, and I want them to not be afraid to be vulnerable, meaning that not to be afraid of making a mistake, not to try to judge something before it's even created. I think if you maintain those two, parameters for yourself, I think you're going to be extremely well versed in anything you do in life. I think there's just something about curiosity that even it doesn't matter what age you are, just to be curious and to be inquisitive and to wonder and not to think you have all the answers. I learn way more from my students than they're ever going to learn from me, because I'm curious about what the students are thinking about, what they're doing. I think if I'm showing that curiosity, I think therefore that will be reciprocated. I think you'll be curious about what I'm doing, what other students are doing in the classroom, and I think that then leads to, okay, let's figure out, what if I do this with painting? What if I do this with drawing? I don't care what you know. I'm actually more interested in what you don't know, or what is kind of foreign to you. That's where I'm trying to cultivate that, because I don't want to look to the past. I want you all to look to the future. No?
It was really dark and